Well, happy Saturday, everybody. Good announce the winners for our ATC Halloween cards. I only got like 4. And the winners are, hold on, Barb McMarion and Jessica Phillips. They each get a Happy Meal. I didn't do the ones from last week, so I got 4 going out of Happy Meals, which is basically like art supplies. So congrats, you guys. You'll be getting them in the week, sometime at the end of the week, this next week. So in the meantime, I did a whole bunch of little ornaments. And I just wanted to tell you that you'll see I put in here that I'm doing a, it's going to be a private group. It'll be a paid group. I think it's going to be $10. And I'm going to be doing all these. They look like stained glass. This is paper on paper, this one is. And I got a whole bunch of different ones I did. And there will be little templates with them. Some I did on ornaments. I'm not sure. I think they're still drying. Yep, they're on glass ornaments. And there'll be a, every section explain what I did. And there'll be 2 main things you're going to need. So I'm going to have to do it like 3 weeks out because you're going to have to order some of it from Amazon. If you have any problems getting something, I'll see if I can get it and then ship it to you. It'll be expensive that way, but mainly you're going to need this one item. It's an abstract item. So, all right, so here's, I did 2 more. While I was sitting here waiting to start class, I was doing a bunch of other stuff. I got some Paint Your Pet stuff for tomorrow. So I did those little Christmas cookies, what do they call those? Christmas snack cakes. And then I did a Grinch. So I made a copy. I just stuck it in there and then made a JPEG so you can download it. They're a little big, but they will fit. I tried it. So I'm going to paint those too. And then I got templates for the snowman that I did. And it's the same thing. Get yourself, so I got a whole bag of wood ornaments. These were like 56 ornaments with all the string. Or was it 65? I know it was a lot of ornaments. Amazon with the string and the little ribbons and the sticky things for the ribbons. You don't even need a glue gun. I want to say $13. No, I don't pay shipping because I have Prime. Because I use it. Oh, I use my Prime a lot for a lot of shipping stuff. So. That's a good deal. But you can get these little, like this, at the Dollar Tree, because I bought them at the Dollar Tree before, and Michael's. So, yeah, I think these are, I believe these are the 3-inch ones. I was going to get the 5-inch, and I don't know what I did, because I was going to put those, but the 5 inches wouldn't be enough for some of these designs, so I don't think I want any ornaments bigger than that. So I ended up doing it on those crystal ornaments. So I'm pretty excited about that. So if you're interested, just put hashtag I'm in if you're interested in that class. So that'll be towards the end of the month. I'm going to post that this week. It'll be in there. And I'll put the PayPal link on it. So, okay, so I'm going to show you what you're going to do. Get yourself your wood ornament or whatever ornament you're going to use. You could use all kinds of stuff. You could do paper if you want to. You don't even have to do ornaments. You got the template. You can put it on anything. So it's basically the same thing. Let me get my piece of this kind of paper. You're going to put it down in your ornament. See, I drew these out freehand, but if you can't, this is the simplest thing to do. And get your template. You got to kind of feel around for it. And you could even cut out a circle if that makes you feel better. And, which one do I want to do? No, it don't matter. You gotta kind of feel around, make sure you get the top of this right here. I'm gonna, that should extend out there. Right about there. And then you just copy your, make it a lot easier for you. So I just copy those other ones, but normally I would do the whole thing first, only because then I got like really true sized, because this artwork is like right there, I could just copy over it. There you go. I'll do another one. And I'll paint that Grinch and the snack cake. I just end up giving these out. You guys probably get a few of these in your Happy Mail. I usually send out, sometimes I send out artwork too. Just so I can get rid of it, but also it's fun, you know. I really like this Frosty the Snowman or whatever it is. That's what it is, right? Yeah. Or, let me do this little guy. I actually seen him. These are all designs that have been out. I haven't stolen anything, so. But I've seen this with a red background instead of the black. I might try that this time. I'm just doing the rough sketch of this. I can adjust later. See, so now you got your templates for these guys. And you know, it's pretty self-explanatory. You're gonna need a very small brush. You don't really need much paint for any of this, which I got a couple small, 2 or 3 small brushes here. You can see how small these are. They're really small. So the smaller the better. For your background, you could use something a little bigger, but even then, I got a pretty small one. These brushes I put in my kits that need to be painted. So they're you can order these at Amazon, but they come in like packs of 12. That's the only problem. But these are the Arteza line. I bought the whole big package, and they have a whole bunch of big ones, fan and small ones. An angle brush. They're a beautiful brush. And these ones are nice too. These are Deco Art actually. These are very nice. They come in packs too. All right. This way. Let me put you up on the computer here so I can center this picture and stuff. So yeah, I had a very eventful week, guys. I spent Monday and Tuesday straightening out the insurance to get this. I need to have some surgeries, and I have to have a DNC and probably hysterectomy. They can't do anything until they find out what's going on with my heart. Hey, Janet. So they did that Thursday morning. There was a whole fiasco with the insurance. I don't know if you know anything about insurances, but they finally okayed it. It took 2 days to straighten it out. They put me down for Wednesday. I couldn't do Wednesday because I was in the shop in my car for 5 hours. So then Thursday I had the surgery. Here we go. There you guys are. So, and I was a wreck about that. Well, everything turned out to be normal. Turns out I'm normal. Who knew? So, who knew? I gotta turn this down. So everything worked out fine. In fact, they make your heart race and then they take pictures. And I told them I had, years ago, I had anxieties worse, attacks worse than that. They're looking at me. Well, I'm telling you. I don't do that anymore. So anyways, let me turn this back around. So it was a very bad week. Yeah, so now it's like, I'm moving into my new mobile home. So it turns out I called up because the emergency response stored all my stuff, and it's like, hey, I gotta get my stuff out. And they're like, well, you can't leave it in much longer. Well, it turns out they extended it. So if you see what I just did, I just copied it onto the wood. I got a bunch of colors over here. You can use what you want. And I got a bunch of tiny little brushes. Let me get a fresh palette here. So I did a bunch of them yesterday, and I'm doing those crystal ones for the stained glass, which I'm so excited. I can't wait to show you guys. It came out so pretty. These things. This one's a sunflower. I did leaves. These ain't all of them. And this one, I just love the roses, the way they come out. Just love it. I'll show you how to do it. I'll be in my little class. I think 2 days. 2 days, guys. One day, the gold part, the paint stuff, it's abstract. It has to dry. But I will explain all that in different ways you can use it. And how to get it on there without looking really really messy. There's little tricks I figured out. So, they'll all be in there. And it'll be fun. We'll be together for a couple days. And the group will stay there. I haven't named the group. It's probably going to be faux painting or something. I don't know, something like that, I'm not sure. So I'm just grabbing a bunch of colors here. I got green and blue, some pink in here, some white. So I'm going to grab the blue. Grab blue. Yeah, there's like black and white in this one. And I might do this background red just for something different. Orange, which you can make with the red and yellow. So, because this one's, these two we already have. I just did this earlier. The Grinch is cute, huh? So I'm going to take a bigger brush. And I'm going to paint this background. Normally I paint it black. I'm going to paint it red just for something different. I also got some gold paint. And I painted these in gold. Now you could do both sides. I didn't. But you could put like maybe a grandchild's name or something. Or the date and the year, or, you know, whatever. You do a lot of different stuff. So I'm going to do this in red, just for something different. And these wood things like this, no matter where you get them now, they're really pretty smooth. You don't have to do anything to them. Some people think you got to paint them. You don't have to. Now, these I painted them all white, and then I did the stencil on them. But you don't have to. I thought maybe it was important, but not really. Well, I had drawn different drawings on there. I was trying to come up with some stuff for you guys, and I didn't like them, so I painted over them. I do that. I paint over stuff. I'm sorry. I'm still. Oh, by the way, I had COVID. Well, I thought I had a cold, and nobody's testing for it anymore, and I never had COVID. So my sister back there, they said they tested, they didn't have it. Well, we hadn't even thought of it. So my father was really sick. He's 86. He goes to the doctor. They put him on antibiotics. They call him back, so they're going to put him on a COVID. We're like, what? So guess who got it last? I never tested because now the window's too late for me to test. So I'm like, well, forget it now. But I lost all my taste and my sense of smell. So my taste is just finally coming back. It's been like a week and a half. But I'm like peeling onions. And my eyes are watering, but I can't smell them. Now, is that messed up or what, guys? Swear to God. God is my witness. Unbelievable. So, yeah, I had a real rough week last week. Yeah, I slept a lot, mostly. It's just like a connection on your butt, and it came quick, really fast. I'm still congested, but I feel all right, you know. Just, you know, got a cold. Spent half my life with a cold, always getting colds. All right, so I just left the arms out because I know where they are. So it'll be fine. You could just try this if you want to. Now, that's where we normally would do the black, like on this one. But I'm just going to try the red. These are all my colors. I can't believe it's like I'm doing Christmas stuff already. Can't believe it. How about you guys? I love Christmas, but I just can't believe it. It just seems like someone was saying they had Halloween or Christmas music on the day after Thanksgiving somewhere, or day after Halloween somewhere. I'm like, really? Oh, my daughter is a manager at Marshall's. She says Marshall. She came into work. You know, it's all automated. It was all Christmas music. She goes, Mom, you don't understand. I'm there 14, 18 hours a day, all day. She goes, by a couple of weeks by now, I'll be like, I don't want to hear it, you know. So, yes, all the stores got it on now. Oh, jeez. All right, let's see. And this one I did a blue background. So while this is drying a little bit, we will do a blue background. I need another one. These little ornaments make cute little gifts, or you can use them for name tags. You know, they come with a string and, like I said, a little bow. So we're going to do, wait a minute, didn't I just, right here. Am I doing, I don't know. All right, so let's do a blue background. Rinse that brush. blue background. I tend to always do my backgrounds first. I don't think some people do, but I tend to. Then I figure when I get done, which I do this a lot, and I don't like the background, maybe I change the colors in the painting. I just change the color. But it really helps to like encapsulate the painting so that, you know, you kind of have the basic shape in there if you penciled it out or whatever. Drew it all or painted it out. Sketched it in, kind of. Do these whatever colors you want, though. You don't have to follow me. But I thought this would be kind of fun to get away from all the Halloween stuff. I also did, hey Janet, hey Joellen, I also, are you guys doing the Pumpkin Palooza? Now last year in November I did leaves, but it kind of messed up because I ended up doing Halloween, and I don't know, it didn't work out right, so I decided to do the pumpkins this month, and I did the Halloween last month. So I didn't get to do the leaves. I'm not sure what I'm going to do at Christmas, but it's such a busy time. I'm thinking maybe just a couple of weeks. But I've already started mine. So I did, the first day is polka dots, but there's also black and white on here, which is number 6. So that knocks out 2 things. So you can do that. And then there's a turquoise pumpkins I did. That's number 2. And then I did this stripes, but you could also be doodles. That's number 2. So then I did a Halloween one, which I didn't like her too much. But the thing is that you can. There was like a half an hour, 40 minutes. I knocked out quite a few on the list. Download it, mark them off. And anybody that completes the list is in for a Happy Mail. You know, I give good Happy Mail, and then anybody that does like some really nice ones, a couple nice ones, I'll pick out of that, which is tough sometimes. And so people who don't have time to sit there, but you can pick out one thing and do it really well, I'd like that too. So anyways, make sure you always post your work. You know, you don't have to post every day, but you could post 2 or 3 at a time. And it's just to kind of get you guys to know that we're still doing that. Every month I do a challenge and pull winners. But it's just a way to get you to keep painting. Let me just see if this is going to show up here. Yeah, that's all that is. All right, so I did the background in blue. I had like a little scarf here, so I'm going to kind of just go over this. I am excited about that.
You got sick the week I went back to work. This Monday makes 2 weeks.
What do they call it? My lips ain't working today. That class we're going to do. All right. Now we get another small one. And I'm going to do my little snowman here too. So I'm going to do the white first. I'm going to come right in here.
Yeah, but where'd you get it from? Me and Sherry and Kenny did not have COVID.
Yeah, we think my father got that COVID. You know, he don't go far, but he goes. You know, there's little stores down here, cute little stores. And, you know, Dollar General and Green Hills little grocery store. He goes down, gets his lotto tickets. There's a little gas station down here. He's all over the place. There's a little secondhand store. Oriental food. I mean, there's places for him to go. So I think, you know, he stands there, he talks to the people, he knows everybody, he's very talkative, very friendly. I don't know where I get that from. And I think he just was talking to somebody and they gave it to him. You know, he's being friendly with everybody. So now I need to have a little shadow here. So I'm just going to mix in a little black and white, make myself a little gray. And just kind of start under his chin. Like that. Then I'll pick up just straight white. Go over this if it's too gray. I'll go over it with some more white. That's okay. Gotta make little like kind of flowers right here I did. And I kind of follow the shape. Then make sure you use kind of small brushes, guys. You could even use like Q-tips. I've seen people do if you get in real small. But some, of course, there's people out there pretty clever with a big brush, so. But you don't need no fancy brushes, just small brushes. All right. So I gotta fix that red up a little bit because I didn't do it close enough. Shoot, shoot. I got a little too much water on my brush. There you go. Let that dry just a second. I could pick up some of that white and gray, white and black, make it a little gray again. Mostly white. And I'm gonna come in here and make the arms. Wherever you want to. You're nothing fancy, just kind of give it a wiggle. You guys can see I'm always holding my pinky down. It holds it steady so I can make those little wiggles and stuff. You gotta kind of practice it, but pinky's always down. Always got paint on it. Like embedded in my nail. Then you could take the white and kind of just highlight this a little bit if you want to. That red dry, I'm going to take the black. Good way to keep a nice tip on your brush too is to roll the brush in the paint. Put it in and just kind of roll it. That way you have a nice point on it.
I got my phone app. I got the phone app on my phone.
I didn't know you could do that.
I've done it for years now. It's been a while. I've been doing it all the time.
Got a little too much water on there. Of course, you need an orange nose. So I'm just going to mix together. I mean, I could bring some orange out, but I'm just going to mix together yellow and red, and I'll get myself a nice little orange. Yellow. A little white because they tend to be see-through. Right. Yeah. Sick little nose. A little more yellow in there. Right. Now, he has a little bow tie. So let's do that. Let's do a little red and orange, a little red and yellow, again orange. And just lay down some little like petals like that. And then take some green and make his little foliage here. Both sides. Make like a V. And then one. There you go. So now what you need is some snow. And I just take the end of my brush. The bigger the brush, the bigger the little snowflakes. If you use a smaller brush, you get a smaller one. And then just some snow. It's good. All right, this is another one done. I'll put a little bit of white on that nose too. A little bit of white on that. Just to cover up that little line of mine. There you go.
We're also putting darks on the wall.
All right, there's 2 more. Okay, so now, okay, do this little hat. I love her. I did the big one, I love her. All right, so let's do the green hat next. So I use this, that green is actually a newer one from Deco Art called Jewel Green. Now I'm gonna do the same brush. And I'm gonna come in and start doing her hat. I think like I really need to make that shorter. I might do some blue right there. Improvise where you need to. So I think that green is a little too dark. I might add some white too. Right up to her face. And a little white, just a little white, just lighten it up a little bit. There you go. I'm gonna take that blue, kind of shorten this a little bit. There you go. Some green. There you go. Same thing, I'll put that green in with a little bit of white. Yeah, it won't be long I'll be in my house. I guess they laid the cement today or Monday, and then they're gonna, they put the gravel in. They put like foam in, I don't know. So that'll be, it takes like a week to dry to 10 days. And at some point, I guess they're gonna bring the trailer in. I gotta call him, or the mobile home, whatever you wanna call it. They call it a mobile home. So you pull trailers and motorcycles. This is a mobile home. I said, okay, whatever. Whatever. I can't wait though. Alright, so I'm gonna put a little snow on the roof too. I'm gonna grab that white and I'm gonna go right up here. I'm gonna put some snow in. Like just like that. There's a little snow right in here, a little bit. Alright. Then I can start putting that white face in. Oop, rinse that brush out a little bit. Rinse the brush out. Get some white. Make this a little bigger, I think. I like doing the small stuff, isn't it funny? I like doing the big stuff and the small stuff. It makes no sense, right? I think with the white, with the small stuff, like you feel all cozy, just sitting here painting. And like I used to do cards, because my clients had requested them. Long story, but I started doing them. And it's a good way to make a little money, but it's also a good way. And I had a captive audience. I did hair and I had a salon. I could do that. And I had a captive audience, so I just leave a little shoebox there. But the thing is, you get to do all different types of things. You could do landscapes, you could do abstract, you could do sponging, whatever you want. And you got this little tiny canvases. So this is great practice doing the small stuff. You learn different techniques, you learn how to use different brushes, you know how to color blend. You do it all, you just do it on a smaller scale. It's just the same thing, you know. Put a little highlight here too, I think. So, great way to practice, guys. All right. And I made the little scarf thing down here a little darker blue. That's just, oh, that's too light. We need darker. We need darker blue. This one, I think this is navy, real navy. So, a good way to those little ATC cards that we're doing in the groups. And these little ornaments, any kind of cards really is great practice. And I'm just making these like little circle things here. And then I'm going to do like the scarf coming down. The brush is dirty, but that's okay. I'm going to kind of put some little highlights on that and then just make a little thing coming down. There you go. Get yourself a little scarf. Now, you can do your orange nose, of course, your red and your yellow. You guys doing any painting today, or are you just hanging out with me? Anybody painting today? You guys all painting and all? I'm not ignoring you guys. It's kind of hard to do this, like talk, and I don't know, maybe it's just me. I find it a little hard to do sometimes. Let me move this up, see if I can see if any comments up here. It's funny how you get different comments. Up on here than the ones that I can see. Like, yeah, see, Janet, I can see you said. Yeah, Deco Art brushes is these bluer ones. And then the black ones, these I bought a whole set of the Arteza, which are really nice. But they're like $30, $35, which is a nice size set. But I needed some good brushes. I'm like wiping out even the cheap brushes. But the these are nice Deco Art. You get these at Michael's. I get them all beat up. But they clean up good too. Like I can clean this. Some don't clean up so good. The wood brushes, I like these slicker ones. Yeah, see, like I can see you guys making comments over here. Nothing's coming up here. Just your names. I don't know. And I've had stuff like I'll come back later, Janet. And afterwards, you have a place in the back in the meta. There's a section where you can see everybody that's chimed in, and like nobody showed up during the class, but you know, it shows like 24 minutes in, 25 minutes in, 19 minutes in. So if it shows up, I don't know. It's weird, right? Yeah, so yeah, but I like the Deco Art brushes too. So, which is so funny. I was really beating up a lot of the brushes. So I joined this business class at PBHQ, and she sent me this big, beautiful set of brushes, right? Got everything in them, a nice bag and everything, right? So in the meantime, I had ordered these. So then I ordered some paints, and the paints I ordered from Deco Art, they sent me 2 sets, another 2, they're still in the boxes over here. You guys are probably going to get some brushes for Happy Meal. So now I got brushes coming out the coolies here. I threw a bunch of them away, so I'm good for a while. Isn't that funny? Alright, so let me put the nose in here. But yeah, these are nice brushes of Deco Art. And those are, you get them pretty easy, so. Alright, a little bit of white highlight on that, a little bit. There you go. Rinse the brush out again. They said this is a small brush. This is their #1 round. It's a round brush. It's just really small. Let me take some black. Now you could do some of this small stuff with if you got a small, if you have the small Posca pens. The big ones just would be too big for this. Unless you're doing a bigger wood round. Alright, so now you want to do your rose. Rinse your brush. I don't think you got any pink out. Get a little pink out. I'm in love with this. They got a new one called Dragon Fruit. Oh, so pretty. This and the Fuchsia Pop. I like pinks though, so. They got the one in the what's that other brand? And that one they have that one pink. I love it, Tutti Frutti. Oh, love it. This is a little pinker in the other one, but that's okay. I'll just do a couple pinks and a white. Mix some white and pink together here. I'll make my little rose. And then rinse her out and give her a little green. Oops, give her a little green leaves. There you go. She's all pretty. It's a little too long. Let's kind of bring this over. Shoot. That's good. There you go. Got two more. I think that's too fat. Let's make her face a little skinnier. Yeah, there you go. So there's two more. Now, you guys, I got the stencil, so you can do this. This is pretty simple. I'm not doing these today, and this is adorable. The stencil's right there. It's pretty easy. Black, white, red, green, pretty easy. And this I just stenciled, so now I want to play with these. This is, they make all kinds of stuff, Little Debbie's snacking cakes, Christmas ones. So I'm not sure what color to do that background. Need a bigger brush. Because this is white and pink, and white and red and green. So let's start out doing, let's do a green background. Let's do a green background. This is white with red stripes. You could do any color. You could do a white background, whatever. Then there's these little, like, whatever those candies are, the sprinkles they put on it. Very popular. They are quite tasty. I try to stay away from Little Debbie's. I need to lose some poundage here. I guess after the surgeries, they're going to try to put me on something. I mean, I know how to lose the weight, but if they think it'll kind of speed it up good, a lot of it has to do with everything that's happened to me, and you know, whatever. I just eat my way to happiness myself. I suppose there's worse things, though, right? Not really, though. I started really putting it on during COVID, and they found out my husband had cancer right before that, so that made me feel wonderful. I was just getting over my mother dying from Alzheimer's, so I don't want to get you guys depressed, but let me tell you, that's what I've been doing, girlfriend, eating. And I love my food, and I love to cook. And during COVID, you couldn't go out. Yeah, and I was used to working 2 jobs. You know, I was working at an art place at night, 3 nights a week, working at a salon 3 days a week, not including stuff, you know, you got to run a little business. So I was a busy girl. So, you know, after that, and then him too, we're home together, all I did was eat. So that just got the ball rolling. Alright, so this one, he's a green Grinch. So I am going to make the background white on this. Let's just find a brush to put that on white, I think. So, there you go. Put a lot of weight on. Never did that. Of course, you know, we're at that age where it doesn't take much. You could snort water and put weight on, you know. Look at a cookie. Put weight on. But you know, my father got real heavy. He's still heavy. He was always a busy man. And he 86. So, it's in the jeans too. But I gotta lose some weight, so. We're starting to swim and stuff. It rained half the summer here. We have a big, beautiful pool. But the pool right next here at the school has a free heated pool. I do that in the winter, which I haven't done yet. They close it in the summer. So I gotta get back into that. Although, my painting keeps me pretty busy, but sitting down all the time ain't good, right? Alright, so there's the white. And let's see if I can get this the way I want it. So this cookie is going to be white. The cookie's like a white. So let's kind of see if I can go around these stripes. Oops, let me turn this off. Got echo in here. Have you guys started any Christmas projects yet? I mean, anybody doing paintings, or have you shopped yet? Are you planning any Christmas stuff, or whatever? Started your shopping? A lot of people start actually before Halloween even. I know I don't do it anymore, but I used to do the Christmas club. You put your money away every week till Christmas, and they would all get their checks first week in November. It was just easy. And then I do layaways and all that stuff. It was more because I didn't have time to be running around shopping, so it was just easier. Hide it from my nosy kids, too. Lived in an apartment for 11 years. And they were sneaky nosy. I caught them. They tried tearing the... You gotta wrap everything up, because they tear the edges up, try to sneak and look at it. Funny stuff. Get caught. Oh, hysterical. Alright. Now this side, you kind of want a little shadow, so I'm going to make like a gray, a black and white. Just a tiny, just slightly gray. Just to give this little shadow right here. This is like the other side of the cookie. Like that you want to do. And then... the stripes are red, so I'm going to dry my brush off here good, get the color off it, dip right into the red, roll into it, and then just put my little red cookie stripe here. I've seen they make cake balls out of these. I've seen a recipe, I guess it was big last year, where they take them out of the packs and they mush them up, and they like dip them in white chocolate and make them into little, I don't know, whatever you call them. I don't really need to do that. I mean, look, I have one or two the whole season. I'm good, but people love them. Now I'm going to let this dry before I even try to put sprinkles on it. I could touch up a little bit more of the white too, but I'm going to let that dry. And then we're going to do Grinchy Baby. Now, Grinch is not like a green. He's kind of a yellow green. So let me see if I can come up with a Grinch. I got that jewel green and this yellow. And that's kind of Grinchy, right? That's kind of a Grinchy green. So yellow, and that's what yellow I got out. Primary yellow in that deco art. So let's start doing his little hair here on the side. Yellow and then green. Roll, roll, roll. Kind of just leave his That green's kind of, I don't know, thick like. Put just a touch of water in with the mix, just to get this to move good. Sometimes it's either the paint or the wood, but it can be a little dry. But you can't get it too wet because with this wood, it kind of just spreads out. I'm gonna kind of leave a little bit of the indication of this mouth so I don't lose it. Just a little bit. Where's the picture? See, that's what's good about having a template. So I can go back and I can look at the picture. Let's see what I got on there. Where's the other one? I had two here. Here it is. And I can see what designs were on the face. In case I have to paint over it. I mean, I did this, but it doesn't mean I'm going to remember. Yeah, I'm like, it was 2 weeks behind. I cut up a lot the last 2 days because of all this stuff going on in my life. Still supposed to be closing on that other house. It's been like 2 months, but I guess it has something to do with the lawyer and the fact that these title places are all backed up, so I don't know. Seems to be taking some people quite a while to close, and the banks are being picky. I ain't got no bank involved, but it's an out-of-town place at Flippers. We want the hat in a red, so let me rinse it off. Don't worry about that too much, because I can put a lot of details in there, so I got close, but not real close. I'm going to take the red and come in here for the Santa hat. This is just straight red. Like, this is a licensed image. I mean, I don't think they'd bother you over something this small, but just to be aware that somebody could be just a jerk about it. But I don't really think anybody come after you for anything this small. But I got this off the internet. I seen someone with this one. This one was actually kind of my design. You know, if you guys seen the one I did 2 years ago, you know, the big painting that I do. It's kind of something similar that I had done years ago, so now I see this all over, but I think I seen like I had one like that somewhere, and that's where I got the idea for the big one looking up at the North Star. So just, you know, most of these they've been around. This is one of the PPHQ. This I might have seen on Pinterest. This I just thought it up. You know, this is definitely Frosty the Snowman, which has been around since what, the 40s? Something like that, so or whatever. So just so you're aware that, you know, it could. I don't think anybody will bother you, but you never know. There's always a Karen out there, isn't there? Always a Karen. Always a Karen. Sometimes a dick, too. Sometimes a dick, sometimes a Karen. Depends. Right now, let's just make some. I'm just going to kind of dab on some white right here. Oops. This brush just wants to hold water. See, I'm just going to dot on his little fuzzy hat here. Just get it real thick, put it on there real thick, and just dabs of it. It'll give you a nice fluffy look. We're going to go back around the outside of this too. A little definition to it. The poor dog, something's going on with his leg. I really do think it's arthritis. The last time I took him, it was $350. They gave him a pain medication. He was real bad last time. And they think it's arthritis. They think he did something. Of course, he goes running with my sister, like running. I don't take him running. Of course, he don't walk. He runs. And he jumps. And he's 15, which is amazing. But I think he did something. Again. So I might just, let me put a little highlight here. I might just go get him some of that glucosamine. Have you guys heard of it? They use it for, like us, you know, humans too. So, or I can order it. It's a little better today. She's been putting stuff on it. So I don't know. Poor thing. Yeah, I'm getting old. Everybody around here is getting old. Mix some more of that green and yellow up. I kind of want to still fix this little bit of hair here. I could do a little more here. Yeah. Yeah. Some white right here. Need a little white here too. Around his eyes, I'm gonna do a little white. I'm gonna need some really tiny. I think this is the smallest brush I got. Wait a minute. This might have a smaller tip on it. Really tiny little brush you're gonna need for the, or some kind of pen. What do I got? Or a pencil, or even a pencil, or a, what do I got? Or a pen, even a black pen will work too. You come in here and do the eyes. So this is a regular black pen. I'm gonna fill this in a little bit of paint, but I'm gonna kind of make sure I got that in pretty good because I think that makes the whole thing. Regular black pen. Looking a little grinchy there, right? A little grinchy. We're filling some more of this green. A different brush here. Let's get that black. Make his eyes black. Black. Gotta fill that in a little bit better. Now I'm thinking I'm just gonna need some kind of stars or something. If you got some gold out, which I don't think I have any gold out, you could do some stars too. Let's do, I don't know. Let's just do a few little, oops, pink stars. And let's do some green stars. Little crosses is all they are. And maybe some yellow ones. Maybe a yellow one. Oh, that's kind of cute. Mr. Grinch. Mr. Grinch. There's another one. So I think that's it for today. What we're gonna finish him first. She has like sprinkles, and they're usually green and red. So let's do some green ones on here. Like that. They actually kind of like longish. They're like a long sprinkle. Like that. And then we'll do some red ones out here. Maybe a few white ones too. Just get a little more color in there. And then I'm going to take that white, kind of fix up a little bit of this too. These two would be all sort of, I would put some gold around it, which I don't have out right now. So, yeah, so we did this one today, and this one, and this one, and the red one. So over there, so we did 4. And you've got a couple of different ones there. You also got the snowman and the Frosty, which you have the templates for. So that was fun. If you guys do any, make sure you put them up for me to see and for everybody in the group. And even on the main page, on my art page, always, when you get a chance, put a few things that we're doing in the group, because then maybe people want to join. And I will be opening up my membership right about the same time that I'm going to open up the group to do these stained glass things that I made, which are so gorgeous. You see that? This is a type of abstract paint. Comes in a tube. I'll give you the name of it. It has to dry overnight, and then you do like a watercolor. You have to do it different on the paper than you do on the glass. It has to be done a little differently on the canvas, but they're very similar. The goal is the same. And I'll show you the tricks on keeping that even and how to keep it a little smooth looking. So anyways, I'm excited about that. I think I'm going to call it like faux stained glass class. Something. I don't know, razzle dazzle maybe? I don't know. And I'm going to open for like 3 days, 5 days. I'm going to open up the membership. And we're doing new paintings in there. We just did that one with the, we just did this one. I'm calling it, I got 2 more I got to finish. My Merry and Bright collection. You can see that? So that's in there. You can only get it if you're in there. And, the candle one that I did, and there's a couple more. So I'm going to try to do 1 new one every month and 1 bonus one, but there'll be more than that. Some I'll bring out here, but most of them will be in that group for you to get it. All right, guys, I will see you later, and have a great afternoon. I'll see you guys all on Wednesday, and my members on Thursday, and then again next Saturday. We're going to move down to 4 o'clock. We're going to try it. I did a poll. A lot of people went 4. So I will let you know. Let's see how it goes. Just I get a lot of rewatches. And I was in this one business group, and we were talking about how a lot of people are rewatching. Everybody's busy. So I'm thinking especially on a Saturday. I don't like doing it too late because sometimes I have a party on Saturday nights. I've been doing most of them on Sunday. I have a Sunday tomorrow at 5 o'clock. I got to paint your pot. I've been getting more of those than anything. So, but usually they're on Sundays. But if in the event that there is, I'll just have to figure it out. So, so next week, 4 o'clock. All right, same time, same station, Saturday in the group. All right, you guys have a great afternoon. I hope inspiration finds you wherever you go. And thanks for visiting. Always thank you. Thank you. All right. See you later.